Eager for the arrival of more rain, but for some it's not so welcome. Action News Now reporter Lauren Cooper spoke with people living on the streets about how they are managing to stay dry and keep warm.
As we get closer to winter and the nights get colder, people living on the streets have fewer options to keep warm. A couple behind me made a fire to warm up. And one man I spoke with says every year it feels colder than the one before.
It's cold out here. I mean, really cold. If you don't have any heat source, you're pretty much curled up underneath a blanket all night, curled in a ball to stay warm. It's gotten that cold lately.
Curtis Lee Toller has been homeless for 10 years. He's been living in Depot Park in Chico the last 3 months.
It's difficult getting up off the cold ground every day.
It's even harder when the ground is soaked with rain.
Deal with it whatever way you can. I've actually wrapped up in plastic in my boxers before in the middle of winter and stayed alive. I mean, I've honestly seen people die out here.
He told me making the trek out to a shelter is worth it, but it's not always easy.
When you're homeless, you got to walk everywhere. If you good enough to have a bike, then you're better off. I skateboard. That's how I rehabbed my legs when they got broke.
While Toller waits for the winter shelter and warming center to open, he's staying alive by
camping with a friend of mine, Misty, over there, and we look out for each other. It's kind of like that with all of us. We kind of try to look out for everybody. I mean, if you're hungry, we all try to pitch in and find some food somewhere, you know.
The Safe Place Winter Shelter is expected to open December 18th. In Chico, I'm Lauren Cooper, Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
Now, the Safe Place Winter Shelter is on a first-come, first-served basis. They'll have 35 beds available. They are a low-barrier emergency shelter, so people are not required to be sober, and they accept couples and a limited number of pets. Now